Hello friends, this video on direct and indirect speech part 8 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now that we have learned how to convert direct speech to indirect speech, let us do the other way around. Now doing it other way around is pretty much simple. Now that too when you know how to do it from direct to indirect. So let us practice a few questions where we will change sentences from indirect speech to direct. So let us now look at some examples of indirect to direct speech. So here is our first sentence. He asked Amit to go with him, right? So in this case, when you convert it into direct speech, so you can say he told Amit, or he asked Amit, or he said to Amit. Anything should be fine. Then put a comma, and then within the quotes you have to put the exact thing which was told by him to Amit. To go with him. So him is basically the speaker, right? So that when the speaker is telling this, then he would say to go with me. So obviously when you ask someone to come with you, what would you say? You would not say go with me, right? You would say come with me. So again, why did the come changed to go from direct to indirect? That's because again, come shows a nearness in terms of not really time, but yes, in terms of nearness to place. So when you say come, you basically tell someone to come near to you. When you say go, you ask somebody to go away from you, right? So when you say in the direct speech, he asked Amit, come with me. And when you change this to indirect, then what happens? Since the reporting verb is in the past tense, therefore the come also changes to go. Like how it changes to that. This changes to that. So in a similar way, this also changes. So in the direct speech, it would be he asked Amit, come with me. Let's look at the next one. The teacher told them to be quiet, right? So here we can write it like this. The teacher said to them, or the teacher told them. Both of these are fine. Then put a comma. Now it is very important that you put the quotes and the comma in case of direct speech, because if you do not put that, then it is a big mistake, right? Because the quotes actually tell us that, this is the sentence which is exactly how was told by the speaker. So the teacher said to them to be quiet. So this is basically, now what type of verb do you have? To plus base form of the verb. That means here it is an imperative sentence, because in imperative sentence only you have these kind of verb in the indirect speech. So here it would be quiet, right? In fact, the first sentence was also an imperative sentence. Let's look at the third example. He asked me where I was going. So here your reporting verb is asked, and also you have an interrogative word, which shows that here it is an example of interrogative sentence. That means a question is being asked here. So you can say this, he said to me, or he asked me. Anything is fine. Put comma, put the quotes, where I was going. So this will get changed, because when he asked me, how would he ask me? He would ask me, where are you going? So you see, it is pretty simple. If you know direct to indirect, indirect to direct is pretty simple. So here you see it is in the past tense. Why past? Because the reporting verb is in the past tense. But when you write it in the direct speech, so this will be in the present tense. Now do not forget to put the question mark, because it is a question. So it would be, he said to me, where are you going? Let's look at the next example. Aditi asked Kanchan if she had read the letter. So here again you have the reporting verb ask, and you also have if, which shows that this is again an interrogative sentence. So you can write it like this. Aditi said to Kanchan, or Aditi asked Kanchan. Anything is fine. Put a comma, and then within the quotes, if she had read the letter. So when do you put if? When you have a non-interrogative word at the beginning of the sentence, right? So here, look at the tense of this part. If she had read the letter. So this is in past perfect tense. Now since this is in past perfect tense, so the direct speech has to be either in present perfect or it has to be in simple past, either of these, right? Because only when your direct speech is in simple past, the indirect speech is in past perfect. Also when your direct speech is in present perfect, then also your indirect speech is in past perfect. Now do not get confused with what I am saying, because I have already discussed the table with you, and as per that table only, in the direct speech, if it is simple past, if it is present perfect, then in indirect it would be past perfect. So let us write it in present perfect. So you would say, have you read the letter? So this is in present perfect. So when you change it to indirect, it becomes past perfect. So we are just backtracking it. We are not doing anything else. So just carefully look at the tense so that you know what would be the tense in the direct speech. So that's one important thing that you need to do. So, and then you close the quotes. Let's look at one more example. The manager replied that he had promised to reward his team members and that he kept his word. So this is a more complicated or a bigger statement basically. So in this case, when you write it in the direct speech, you would say the manager replied. So obviously that will not be there. Put a comma, start the quotes. He replied that he had promised to reward his team members. So now the pronouns would change. Now in manager's words, it would be I, right? And also if you look at the tense, in the indirect speech, it is in past perfect. So that means in the direct speech, it has to be present perfect. So here it is past perfect. So that means here it should be present perfect. So had will become have. So I have promised to reward his team members will become my team members. So I have promised to reward my team members. So this is one part of the sentence, and that he kept his word. So in this case you can write and I kept my word. So that is one way of writing it, or you can put a full stop and then you can write. And now again you look at the second part of the sentence which says he kept his word. So what is the tense here? So here the tense is simple past, right? So since here it is simple past, so here it has to be either simple present, because simple present would change to simple past. If here it is simple past, then in the indirect form it should have been past perfect, right? So here it would be I have promised to reward my team members and I keep my word. Or you can put a full stop and then write I keep my word. And you close the quotes. So basically in the direct speech, it would be somewhat like this. The manager replied, I have promised to reward my team members. I keep my word. Or you can say, I have promised to reward my team members and I keep my word. So here instead of full stop, you can put and. So I have promised to reward my team members and I keep my word. So this is how it would be in the direct speech. Now, whenever you convert indirect to direct speech, please make sure that you give proper attention to the tenses, because looking at the tenses in the indirect speech, you have to decide what would be the tense in the direct speech. So that is the catch. Another important thing is, if it is a question, do not forget to put the question mark. Most important thing is, do not forget to put the quotes in the direct speech. If it is an imperative sentence where you are giving some order or request, try to identify that looking at the form of the verb, because if in the indirect form, the verb is like to plus base form of the verb, that means it is going to be an imperative sentence in the direct speech. So these are some of the clues with the help of which you can very easily convert indirect speech to direct speech. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.